Hello students, in this class of cost accounting, we will be discussing the topic reconciliation of cost and financial accounts. Now why reconciliation of cost and financial accounts is necessary? When an integrated accounting system is used by a firm, the need of reconciliation of cost and financial profit does not arise because no separate sets of books are kept and only one set of books is maintained for financial and cost records. But in many manufacturing units and financial accounts are maintained separately and independently of each other where non-integrated accounting system is followed. In such a case, the profit ascertained by one set of books, we can say cost books, may differ from the profits disclosed by another set of books, that is financial books. That creates problem and requires reconciling the two different sets of books to arrive at the profit figure. So, we should know the reasons of differences in profits disclosed by cost and financial books. The first difference is difference in overheads or underabsorption or overabsorption of overheads. In cost accounts, overheads are recovered at a predetermined rate, whereas in financial accounts, these are recorded at actual cost. This may give rise to a difference between overheads absorbed in cost and actual overhead cost incurred. Such difference should be written off to an overhead adjustment account. The result of the adjustment is that the actual amount in financial accounts will agree with those shown in cost accounts. The second difference is difference in the valuation of stocks. The valuation of stocks may differ due to raw material. In financial accounts, stock of raw material is valued at cost or market price, whichever is less, while in cost accounts, stock can be valued on the basis of FIFO, LIFO, average cost method. Due to work in progress may be valued at prime cost or factory or works cost. The most suitable mode of valuing is at factory cost in cost accounts. In financial accounts, work in progress may be valued after considering a part of office and administration expenses also. The third is the third difference may be due to valuation of financial finished goods. Stock of finished goods is valued at cost or market price, whichever is value less, and the concept of cost in financial book is that of works or factory cost. But in cost account, finished goods is valued at cost of production or cost of output. The mode of valuation of stocks give different results in two sets of books. There may be due to difference in depreciation. The methods of providing depreciation adopted be different in financial and cost accounts. In financial books, methods adopted is in the light of income tax requirements, while it is adopted on the basis of actual usage of fixed assets in cost accounts. Thus, there will be a difference in the results of the two sets of accounts. Difference due to abnormal gains and losses. Abnormal gains or losses may completely be excluded from cost accounts but are recorded in financial books. The fifth difference may be due to item included in financial accounts but not in cost accounts. There are several items which appear in financial accounts but not in cost accounts. These items may be matters of pure finance, that is discounts on bonds, debentures, loss on sale of capital assets, losses on investments, interest on bank loans and mortgages, damages payable at law, fines and penalties. Due to purely financial incomes, that is, profits made on sale of investments, fixed property, interest received on bank deposits, transfer fees received, rent receivable, interest, dividend, etc. received on investments, brokerage and commission received, and discount received. May be due to appropriation of profits like dividend paid, transfer to general reserve, taxes on income, taxes provision for depreciation on buildings, account written off on build goodwill, preliminary expenses, charitable donations, capital expenditures specifically charged to revenue. So these items are included only in financial accounts and they are not included in cost accounts. So difference may arise due to these items. Now there are certain items which are included in cost accounts only, like charge in lieu of rent where business premises are owned, interest on capital employed in production but upon which no interest is actually paid. Depreciation on assets, even when the book value of the asset is reduced to a negligible figure. So, due to these differences, reconciliation statement or memorandum reconciliation account is prepared. So, while preparing reconciliation statement, this procedure to be adopted is, first of all, amount of expenditure shown in cost account and in financial account under a particular head be verified, and the following facts should be carefully traced. First of all, difference in any in the value of direct material, direct labor and direct expenses. All such expenses and losses which has been shown in financial account and not in cost accounts. All incomes and profits which has been shown in financial account and not in cost accounts. Expenses shown in cost accounts only. Difference in valuation of opening and closing stock of material, work in progress and finished stock. Such income and expenditure which have been shown in both set of books, that is cost and financial books, but with difference in amount. After finding out the above differences, reconciliation statement be prepared. It is always preferable to start to the reconciled statement with the balances of profits as per cost accounts. In the balance of profit as per cost account, following items to be added. First of all expenses included in cost accounts but not in financial accounts, all expenses which have been shown excess in cost accounts and less in financial account, difference of the amount, income which have been shown in financial account not considered in cost accounts, excess of income which have been shown in financial accounts and loss in cost accounts. Following items should be deducted. Expenditure which have been shown in financial account but not in cost account. Expenditure which have been shown excess in financial account but charged less in cost account. Income which have been shown in cost account but not in financial account. Income which have been shown in excess in cost account but less in financial accounts. After adopting this procedure, the balance should be equal to the profit as shown by the financial account. So, there is a pro forma of a reconciliation statement in which first of all, suppose we write down profit as per cost records. It is estimated. Now, then we move towards the profit as per financial records. What we do first of all, we add overhead charged, recovered excess and cost accounts like work expenses, administration expenses, selling and distribution expenses, and then items credited in profit and loss account only, like dividend received, rent from staff quarters, interest received, transfer fees received on shares, any other income. Charge in lieu of rent in cost accounts only. Overvaluation of opening stock and work in progress in cost accounts, undervaluation of closing stock in cost accounts. These all items are added to the profits of as per cost records. Then we deduct. We deduct under charges in cost accounts and respects of works expenses, administrative expenses, selling expenses, excess valuation of closing stocks and work in progress in cost accounts, undervaluation of opening stock in cost accounts. And then we deduct items debited to profit and loss account only, like debenture interest, premium of or loss of profit insurance, charitable donations, underwriters commission, loss on sale of investments and other assets, bad debts, preliminary expenses, discount on issue of shares and debentures, or any other basis. Then after doing all these, we come to the final result, that is profit as per financial books, that is actual. So this is reconciliation statement. We can also make performa of memorandum reconciliation account. Here we write down in debit and credit side to find out the profit as per financial books. If we start from profit as per cost records, we ultimately come to profit as per financial books. So in this class we discussed about why reconciliation statement is to be made, how it is to be made, what are the differences, so performance and all. I hope you all understood. Thank you for this class.